there, this is Sherry Hayes with MomDelights.com. I'm the mom of 15, been homeschooling for about 30 years. My husband and I have been married for 37, and today I have a special thing that we're going to do, so stay tuned. Okay, so today I'm going to do something different. We are going to have a Christmas tutorial that you can use with your kids. And what I've done is I have taken an old engraving of like an evergreen, like a Christmas tree, and I've put it into a PDF which you can print out on a piece of cardstock. And you can use it with your kids as a starter so they can paint their own Christmas tree, or they can use markers or colored pencils. However, if you're going to use a piece of cardstock, I do not suggest that you use watercolors, because then you're going to have a lot of problems with the paper wobbling and wrinkling, and the colors won't look good or anything. If you want to use watercolors to make a Christmas tree, remember you're not going to be able to layer, and you will also need to use some really quality watercolor paper that has a little bit of tooth, and tooth is just the texture of the paper, so that'll help your watercolors look so much better. And I do suggest that you use tube watercolors as opposed to the pan or the little strips that you see. Now if you have little kids and they, you can just do whatever you want to and they'll be happy. Also, one thing you can do with little kids is you can teach them not to scrub with their brush, but to tickle. This always helped my little kids, so they weren't like scrubbing, like tickle with your brush, and that really helps. But in this video you're going to watch my 15-year-old daughter use acrylics, okay? And what she's done is she's taken a single brush and she has done layers, and she's taken the three primary colors, blue, yellow, and red, and she's mixed them in different ways to create and de-intensify, so that what you find, if you think of a color wheel as having blue, yellow, and red, and then in between the blue and the yellow is green, and the red and the yellow is orange, the red and the blue is purple. So if you think of the color wheel like that, and you think of if you want a green and you don't want it to be a bright green, then you'd use the opposite on the color wheel in order to de-intensify it. You take your green and you add a little bit of orange in there, and you're going to have like a more of an evergreen type color. Now always, always, always you want to make sure that if you're going to layer with acrylics, that you want to use a lot of white, and that is for highlighting and also to make your picture brighter. As you will see in this video, my daughter actually takes and puts white on the brush and kind of whacks it a little bit, so it kind of spatters a little bit of the white. And she also uses white on her bulbs to put a highlight to make it look more 3D and to jump out from the page. So there's just some tricks. If you're not used to using acrylics, if you're not used to using art mediums, that's the way to start with that. Of course, if you're using markers, then you've got to do a little bit more planning, and you've got to know exactly where you do want to lay color down and where you don't want to lay color down. You can use mixed media. You can use markers and then use like a white gel pen for some highlights. There's so many ways you can do this, but the printout of the evergreen is just going to give you a place to start, especially if you have kids that don't feel comfortable drawing. This will give them a place to start, and they can have a lot of fun. So you'll notice some music in the background, and that is done by Jonathan Ogden. And Jonathan Ogden is part of a group called Rivers and Robots. Now, my kids turned me on to this group about a year ago, and I have loved it so much. It's an indie Christian group, and Jonathan Ogden is a young man who has spent long periods of time worshiping the Lord, and so it comes out in his music, and most of his music is scripture just put to music, and I love that. That's why I like John Michael Talbot and that kind of thing, because when I listen to music, I want it to be worshipful, and I want it to be full of the Word, so I can encourage myself. And oftentimes when it's not playing on the thing, it'll come back to my mind, the Lord will bring it back, and it'll just encourage me. And that's why I like it so much, and that's why I'm promoting it. I don't get any, it's not a paid promotion, I don't get anything, any kickbacks from suggesting this. So if you have a chance, check it out. This guy is really great, and I think you'll really enjoy it. Now, one thing I want you to keep in mind is this tutorial originally took 1 hour for her to paint. but we simplified it down. My daughter did a lot of crunching until it only takes 15 minutes to watch. So don't be discouraged if when you start out painting this tree that it's going to take you a lot longer than what the video shows. So she kind of does it in different steps. So if you want to, just watch a little bit, pause, and just continue on and have fun.
Once again, the morning comes, a brand new day, the same old sun. I'm drinking in the air of dawn. The city shines and sings her song.
At the moment, we really don't know what is going to happen. We're just like everybody else trying to understand what may be the implications.
And when you're not working, what do you like to do? I like to football, like, spot people, not fiddle with it. Okay.
could fly. I wish I could fly away. The wind starts to rise. Will you be my hiding place? I wish I could fly. I wish I could fly away. The wind starts to rise. Will you be my hiding place? Teach me how to number my days, walking in wisdom. Show me the way. 'Cause you set eternity deep in the heart of me, and now my spirit sings. I wish I could fly. I wish I could fly away. The wind starts to rise. Will you be my hiding place? I wish I could fly. I wish I could fly away. The wind starts to rise. Will you be my hiding place? In the sun, I can see you leading. In the wind, I can feel you moving. In the waves, I can hear you calling out. Here I am now. I'll go wherever you lead me. I'll follow within the mystery. I know that you are my guiding light. Touch the cold, feel the cleansing fire, heal my soul, feel the purifying water flow. Where you send me, I will go. Here I am now. I'll go wherever you lead me. I'll follow within the mystery. I know that you are my guiding. Here I am now. I'll go wherever you lead me. I'll follow within the mystery. I know that you are my guiding light.
Well, I hope you enjoyed that. I hope it really blesses you. And you can take this same idea, you can go online and you can find a picture, like I like to use clip art, etc. And you can find an engraving and you can put it in if you have any kind of an editor such as Word, or you can use Google Docs and you can put that picture in it. I think there's a way you could probably edit the picture to where it's lighter, and then you could print it out or just keep it the way it is and print it out, and that's something your kids could use as the basis to do their own creative thing. So that'll just save you a step, and you can still do art or do a nature drawing or whatever. If, let's say, if you're studying like squirrels or rocks or anything else, you can like take an image, print it out, and have your kids just marker it or whatever, especially if you have kids that are like, you know, they're kind of concerned about their drawing skills. They can still have fun with markers and colored pencils and paints and everything. So you just have a wonderful Christmas. God bless you. Don't forget to like and subscribe and click on the bell if you want to have notifications when a new video comes out. Bye-bye.